there's just kind of a real, the air just goes out of the room. And I'm not sure why. I trust you're all recovered from the New Year's. Hi, I'm Avon Waters, Pastelist, and welcome to the Wet Pastel channel, where we talk about wet pastel techniques, dry pastels, soft pastels, hard pastels, anything pastel, composition, color theory. Today's topic is about mail order art supplies. I'm at my workshops. I'm showing the wet pastel techniques, and I'm using materials. And they ask the question, where can I get that? So I get kind of a collective sigh, or you feel the air go out of the room when people ask where I get my supplies. Often I tell them that I look at my local hobby store, and if it's not there, I will order online at Dick Blick. And you just see when they find out that I have to order online, there's just that kind of grunt, or there's a lack of enthusiasm. There's just kind of a real, the air just goes out of the room, and I'm not sure why. So if when you hear that and you're one of those people that I don't want to have to order online, tell me why. What's the negativity to it? I've thought about this, and the only things I can figure is, one, you don't want to order that many supplies to get free shipping, so the actual shipping cost just eats up any savings. Or two, you feel like you're not shopping locally, which is a legitimate concern. Three, you just don't like online and giving your credit card, you don't think it's secure. So there's probably other reasons. So let me know. Let me know in the comments, because I'm interested in hearing that. If you're liking the content of these videos, please hit the like button or subscribe. That goes a long way to letting others see these videos and find them. Say, you don't have to place the order right away, and you don't have to be alone. I said, why don't you get with, if you don't like ordering online, why don't you get with your artist friends, your art association, and develop a kind of cooperative ordering? So-and-so needs some oil brushes, so-and-so needs some acrylic paint, you need some pastels, you need some liquids for liquid pastel techniques. And you collectively get to the minimum order, and somebody collects the money, orders it, and gets paid back before the things even come in. And you've got what you need. One of the reasons I've thought about, and I'm just guessing, again, I want your comments below, but one of the reasons might be that people want to shop local. Well, Dick Blick is still a local company, started local by meaning locally owned or family owned. It was started in 1911 and continues today family owned. Hobby Lobby is family owned. But Dick Blick is actually smaller than Hobby Lobby, and so is Jerry's. Dick Blick has only 60 stores and about 1,000 employees, and Hobby Lobby has 1,001 stores and 46,000 employees. So if you're wanting to support small business, if that's one of your reasons, and you can't find something locally at a locally owned mom and pop art store, which would be my first choice, but if it's not there and it's not in your hobby store, you're certainly helping a smaller family business with Dick Blick or Artorama, Jerry's Artorama. I looked to see if Jerry's was still family owned. It started out as a family owned business about 50 years ago. Their corporate headquarters, I think from my research, is down in the Carolinas. But I couldn't, just because they're a corporation, I'm a corporation, but I'm still an individual artist. So just because they're a corporation doesn't mean that they are not still family owned and operated, but as a corporation. So I couldn't find out if they still were family owned, but they started out that way. And if you Google the number of stores and employees, I bet you'll find that they too are less than 46,000, which is Hobby Lobby. Got nothing against Hobby Lobby. Got one here, but they just don't carry all the art supplies that a pastelist needs, particularly when you start experimenting with wet pastel techniques. So I want to hear from you about some of your reasons. Now these catalogs are great for other things. I get most of my art supplies from Dick Blick, and they send me a catalog. It is 504 pages thick. Now this is not the only 500-page catalog that Dick Blick has. And Jerry's Artorama has one very similar, and several other art supply stores have them. Dick Blick has one that's about 500 pages also that they send to people who are just artists. Then they have one that are sent to people who are artists and art teachers. A lot of the schools, you'll see quantity prices. You can get 100 and some brushes for a wine and canvas in here pretty cheap. You can get all sorts of bulk materials. You can get art furniture, easels. You can get things that people would use in a classroom. And so this is a great catalog if you're doing any sort of teaching in person and want to bulk up on supplies rather than buy too many of them, individual packets. It's also a great way when you're watching other videos and you see people using materials and you want to see how much they cost, to see if you want to try it out. There's all sorts of advantages of these catalogs. I mean, there's etching presses even in here, and all sorts of different drawing papers that your local store would not have. So if adding this catalog or any other warehouse store catalog to your supplies, it's a great resource. And again, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you why there's such a reluctance to order online. You get free shipping, and the cost of the items is less than I could buy at a local hobby store. And when I say local, I'm not downing. If I had a local art store, which I don't have, within 60 miles or 70 miles of me, I would go to that locally owned art store because I'd want to support the locally owned business. I suggest even, if you only want to order a few things, then get together. You have a community of artists, people, other artists you know. If you join an art association, then you will know other artists. And all you've got to do is collectively keep a list of what you want to order on your next order. And pretty soon you'll be at the free shipping mark. I just don't get it. I need you guys to tell me. Again, let me know in the comments. I may not be able to answer all the comments. I'll try to give at least a thumbs up. But I'm really interested that why, when I'm at my workshops and I mention ordering online, why there's so much hesitation. I may not have an answer for all the reasons, and I'm sure you've got your valid reasons, but as far as meeting the minimums, as far as shopping local or helping a small business, there are things to look at for you to make a decision that's more informed. Well, thanks for listening today. Again, I get no money from Dick Blick. This is not a paid promotion of any sort. I get no freebies or anything. This is just, I want you to tell me why some of the resistance out there. If I brought up this in the beginning of this video and you had that deflation, tell me what, tell me why. But it will help me when I do workshops to try to answer some of the questions and take down some of the barriers for others. So thanks for joining us. If you like the content of these videos, please hit the like button. It goes a long way for seeing this when other people do searches looking for information. Also, don't forget, in 2025, I will be doing a series on composition. My composition series will lead you to the possibility of over 1,000 different composition design ideas. So stay tuned for those in early 2025. Until next time, everybody, happy painting, and leave those comments, and I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on what the resistance is to mail order art supplies. So long, everybody. Bye-bye.